My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed second semester subject Educational Psychology Theory and Practice as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 3 first important short question is: define emotional intelligence. Mention its importance in education. Emotional intelligence, EI, means the ability to understand, manage, and use emotions in a positive way. It includes skills like knowing your own feelings, controlling anger, showing empathy, motivating yourself, and handling relationships wisely. Importance in education. In schools and colleges, emotional intelligence is as important as IQ, intelligence quotient. A student who is emotionally intelligent can stay calm during exams, work well in groups, and solve problems without stress. For example, if a teacher gives strict feedback, an emotionally intelligent student won't feel discouraged but will take it as a chance to improve. Teachers also need EI to understand students' struggles, handle classroom conflicts, and create a positive learning environment. Why it matters? Builds confidence and reduces stress. Improves teamwork and communication. Helps in decision-making and leadership. Creates a healthy classroom climate where students learn better. In short, EI makes education more human, balanced, and meaningful. Next important short question is: 2. What is meant by attention? Name any two types of attention. Attention means focusing our mind on a particular object, activity, or thought while ignoring other things around us. It acts like a spotlight of the mind. When we pay attention, we learn and remember better. For example, when a teacher explains a maths problem, students who give full attention can easily solve similar questions later. Types of attention. 1. Voluntary attention. This happens when we consciously decide to focus. For example, a student preparing for exams sits and studies science even if he feels sleepy. He controls his mind and chooses to concentrate. 2. Involuntary attention. This happens when our focus is captured automatically by something interesting or surprising. For example, while studying, if a loud noise occurs outside, our attention shifts there without effort. In short, attention helps students understand lessons better, avoid distractions, and perform well in studies. Teachers must use interesting examples to catch and hold students' attention. Next important short question is: 3. What is aptitude? How is it measured? Aptitude means the natural ability or talent of a person to learn or do something easily. It shows what a person can do well in the future if proper training is given. For example, some students quickly understand numbers and calculations, maths aptitude, while others are good at drawing or music. Aptitude is not just present knowledge but the potential to develop skills. How is aptitude measured? Aptitude is measured through aptitude tests. These tests check different abilities such as reasoning, language, numerical skill, mechanical ability, or artistic talent. For example, numerical aptitude test checks problem solving in maths. Verbal aptitude test checks communication and understanding of language. Mechanical aptitude test checks ability to work with machines. In schools and colleges, aptitude tests help students choose the right career. For instance, a student with high science and reasoning aptitude may do well in engineering, while one with artistic aptitude may shine in design or fine arts. Next important short question is: 4. List any 4 factors affecting attention in the classroom. Attention in the classroom means focusing the mind on a lesson or activity. Many factors can affect students' attention. 4 important ones are: 1. Interest in the subject. If the topic is interesting, like stories in history, students listen carefully. But boring topics reduce attention. Example: a cricket-loving student pays more attention when math problems are related to cricket scores. 2. Environment. Noise, poor lighting, or heat in the classroom distracts attention. Example: students may lose focus if someone outside is shouting. 3. Teacher's method. A lively, clear, and interactive teaching style captures attention better than just reading from notes. Example: using pictures or real-life examples keeps students alert. 4. Mental and physical state. A tired, hungry, or worried student cannot concentrate well. Example: a student who didn't sleep well may yawn during class instead of paying attention. Thus, creating an interesting lesson, good environment, and caring for students' needs improves attention. Next important short question is: 5. Who is an emotionally mature person? Mention any 2 characteristics. An emotionally mature person is someone who can understand and control their feelings instead of reacting quickly with anger, fear, or sadness. Such a person stays calm in difficult situations and makes wise decisions. In education, emotional maturity helps students and teachers build healthy relationships. 2 main characteristics of an emotionally mature person are: 1. Self-control. They do not get angry or upset easily. They think before reacting. Example: if a student is teased, instead of fighting back, he calmly ignores or reports it to the teacher. 2. Empathy. Understanding others' feelings. They can put themselves in another person's place and respond kindly. Example: a teacher comforts a student who is sad about exam marks instead of scolding. In short, an emotionally mature person is calm, kind, and balanced. This quality is very important in classrooms to create a positive and peaceful learning atmosphere. Next, Unit 3. Long questions. First important long question is: 1. Explain the major theories of emotion. How do they influence classroom behavior? Major theories of emotion and their influence in the classroom. Emotions are feelings like joy, anger, fear, or sadness that affect how we think and behave. Psychologists have explained emotions through different theories. Let us see the major ones in simple words. 1. James Lange theory. This theory says body changes come first, then emotion. Example: if a student's heart beats fast and hands shake during an exam, they feel fear because of those body changes. Classroom impact. Teachers must help students reduce physical stress, deep breathing, relaxation, so they feel calmer. 2. Cannon-Bard theory. This theory says body changes and emotions happen together. Example: a student hears sudden loud thunder during class. At the same time, they feel fear and their heart races. Classroom impact. Teachers should understand that emotions are automatic and can distract learning. Creating a safe environment reduces such reactions. 3. Schachter-Singer two-factor theory. This theory says emotion is equal to body reaction plus thinking, interpretation. Example: if a student's heart is beating fast before a stage performance, they may label it as excitement or fear depending on the situation. Classroom impact. Teachers can guide students to interpret nervous energy positively. You are excited to perform instead of negatively, you are scared. 4. Cognitive appraisal theory, Lazarus. This theory says our thoughts decide how we feel. Example. Two students get the same exam marks. One thinks, I improved, and feels happy. Another thinks, I failed again, and feels sad. Classroom impact. Teachers should train students to think positively about challenges, which builds confidence and motivation. Summary, easy to remember. James Lange, body first, emotion next. Cannon, Bard, body plus emotion together. Schachter, Singer, body plus thinking is equal to emotion. Cognitive appraisal, thoughts decide feelings. In the classroom, emotions strongly influence learning. A happy, safe, and encouraging environment helps students focus better, while fear and anxiety block learning. Teachers who understand these theories can manage students' emotions and improve motivation. Next important long question is: 2. Discuss the concept of classroom management. What strategies help in maintaining discipline and effective learning? Concept of classroom management and strategies. Classroom management means creating a positive learning environment where students can study without disturbance. It is not just about controlling discipline, but also about guiding students' behavior, keeping them engaged, and helping them learn effectively. A well-managed classroom feels safe, organized, and motivating. Key strategies for classroom management. 1. Clear rules and expectations. Students must know what behavior is acceptable. For example, a teacher may set rules like raise your hand before speaking or respect others' opinions. Clear rules prevent confusion and misbehavior. 2. Positive teacher-student relationship. When students feel respected and cared for, they are less likely to misbehave. For example, greeting students by name or encouraging them when they answer builds trust and discipline. 3. Engaging teaching methods. Boredom often leads to disturbance. Using activities like group discussions, role play, or quizzes keeps students active and focused. For example, a science teacher may conduct a small experiment instead of only lecturing. 4. Effective use of rewards and consequences. Praising good behavior motivates students. For example, giving stars for homework or appreciating effort in front of the class encourages others. Similarly, gentle consequences like extra practice for incomplete work help students learn responsibility. 5. Time management. A well-planned lesson keeps students busy and leaves no time for distractions. For example, dividing a 40-minute class into lecture, activity, and recap helps maintain order. 6. Creating a positive environment. Arranging seats properly, using charts or motivational quotes on walls, and keeping the classroom neat makes students feel comfortable and ready to learn. Summary, easy to remember. Classroom management is equal to rules plus relationships plus engagement plus rewards plus planning plus positive environment. For example, if in a classroom the teacher explains rules clearly, involves students in group learning, praises their efforts, and manages time well, students will enjoy learning and behave responsibly. Thus, good classroom management ensures discipline, respect, active participation, and effective learning. Next important long question is: 3. What is emotional intelligence? How can it be developed and measured in educational settings? Emotional intelligence, meaning, development, and measurement. Emotional intelligence, EI, means the ability to understand, manage, and use emotions in a positive way. It includes knowing your own feelings, controlling anger or stress, motivating yourself, understanding others' emotions, and building good relationships. In short, AI is being smart about emotions. Importance in education. In classrooms, AI helps students to stay calm during exams, adjust with classmates, and respect teachers. For example, a student with high EI won't fight when teased but will handle it peacefully. Teachers also need EI to understand students' moods and guide them kindly. How EI can be developed in educational settings. 1. Self-awareness activities. Students can write diaries or reflect on their feelings. This helps them recognize emotions like happiness, anger, or nervousness. 2. Stress management. Schools can teach deep breathing, meditation, or yoga to control stress. 3. Empathy building. Group activities and role plays make students understand others' feelings. Example, acting as a shopkeeper or customer in role play. 4. Positive teacher-student interaction. Teachers who listen patiently and encourage questions make students emotionally strong. 5. Conflict resolution training. Students can learn to solve problems through discussion instead of fighting. How EI can be measured. 1. Self-report questionnaires. Students answer questions about their emotional behavior. Example, I stay calm when I fail in a test, yes, no. 2. Teacher observation. Teachers can observe how students behave in stress, group work, or competitions. 3. Performance tests. Students are given emotional problem situations and their responses are evaluated. Example, your friend is sad because he failed. What will you do? Easy summary to remember. Emotional intelligence is equal to self-awareness plus self-control plus empathy plus motivation plus social skills. It can be developed through self-reflection, yoga, empathy exercises, and positive teacher support. It can be measured by questionnaires, observation, and emotional problem tests. In short, EI in education builds confident, cooperative, and balanced students who can face life challenges happily. Next important long question is 4. Describe the role of applied behavior analysis (ABA) in managing classroom behavior. Applied behavior analysis (ABA) in classroom management. Applied behavior analysis (ABA) is a scientific way of understanding and improving student behavior. It is based on the idea that behavior can be learned and changed through rewards, consequences, and proper guidance. Teachers use ABA to make classrooms disciplined, friendly, and effective for learning. Role of ABA in managing classroom behavior. 1. Identifying behavior. The teacher first observes and notes the exact behavior that needs attention. Example, a student shouting in class or not completing homework. 2. Finding the cause. ABA believes every behavior has a reason, attention-seeking, avoiding work, or stress. Knowing the cause helps in solving the problem. 3. Reinforcement. Good behavior is encouraged through positive reinforcement like praise, stars, or extra playtime. Example, well done, Ramesh, for finishing homework on time. This makes the student repeat good behavior. 4. Reducing problem behavior. Instead of punishment, teachers use gentle correction, ignore minor misbehavior, or give alternatives. Example, if a child shouts to gain attention, the teacher may ignore it and reward when the child speaks politely. 5. Shaping and modeling. Teachers guide students step by step to learn new behavior. Example, teaching a shy student to speak in front of class by starting with small answers, then short speeches. 6. Consistency. ABA works best when rules and rewards are consistent. Parents and teachers should follow the same methods at home and school. Example in classroom. Suppose a student throws books to avoid writing. Teacher understands the reason to escape work. Teacher uses Abba by praising him for even writing one line, then slowly increasing the task. Over time, the student learns to write without throwing books. Easy summary to remember. Abba is equal to observe plus find cause plus reinforce good plus reduce bad plus shape behavior. It helps students learn discipline, respect, and responsibility in a positive way. Teachers become guides instead of punishers, making classrooms peaceful and motivating. In short, Abba creates happy, well-managed classrooms where students enjoy learning and teachers enjoy teaching. Next important long question is 5. How does the home environment influence classroom behavior? Suggest ways to bridge home-school gaps. Home environment and classroom behavior. A child's home environment plays a big role in how they behave and perform in the classroom. Home is the first school, and parents are the first teachers. The habits, values, and attitudes learned at home directly reflect in school. Influence of home environment. 1. Parenting style. Supportive and loving parents build confidence, while harsh or neglectful parenting can make children shy, aggressive, or anxious in class. 2. Communication at home. If parents encourage open talk, children express themselves better in class. If scolding is common, the child may stay silent or misbehave. 3. Study habits. A home with books, a study corner, and encouragement develops discipline. A noisy or careless home may make the child distracted in class. 4. Values and behavior. Respect, honesty, and cooperation learned at home show up in group work and interactions with teachers. 5. Emotional support. Children who feel loved handle stress better. Those facing family conflicts, like fights or neglect, may show aggression, low attention, or dropout tendencies. Example: if a child grows up in a supportive home where parents check homework and praise efforts, they are likely to be confident, disciplined, and motivated in school. But if a child sees fights or neglect at home, they may become restless or uninterested in studies. Ways to bridge home-school gaps. 1. Parent-teacher meetings, PTMs. Regular communication helps teachers understand a child's background and guide parents. 2. Parent involvement. Schools can invite parents for workshops, cultural events, or reading programs. 3. Counseling support. Children from disturbed homes can be guided by school counselors. 4. Homework guidance. Teachers can give clear instructions so parents can support at home. 5. Positive reinforcement. Both sides. When both parents and teachers appreciate effort, the child stays motivated. Easy summary to remember. Home shapes behavior, discipline, and confidence. Good home is equal to good learning. Disturbed home is equal to poor focus. Bridging gap is equal to PTMs plus parent involvement plus counseling plus appreciation. In short, when home and school work together, the child grows happier, disciplined, and successful.